Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, Gambian youths. Good afternoon, and we greet you all. Whilst we are on our way to our morning exercise, we just need to make some few points. I think I should be able to be 5 minutes brief. The issue which disturbs and bothers me personally is the lack of simple analytical mindset of our youths. Really, to be honest, in the 22 years of Yahya Jammeh's presidency, that's one of the only thing that I feel deeply sad about. Most of our youths are very simplistic, they are very direct, and they cannot analyze issues in a simple and straightforward fashion. I think the 22 years of Yahya Jammeh's presidency, that is the saddest part. That is the saddest part that we should all try to work on. Because most of our Gambian youths, somebody will make a WhatsApp audio, these APRC criminals, these are heartless, cold-blooded, they don't have any remorse. Imam Balafa Soto. More, anybody with strong love for Yahya Jammeh in their heart is equal to a strong love for the devil. Iblis, Satan, plots every day and night, every second, to bring down good people, to bring down innocent people, to bring down pious people. That's all Satan does. This is why, as believers, as Muslims, we always say, God, protect us from Satan, protect us from the devil. Why? People are trying to get on my line. Unfortunately, this is why I can't stay long. For God's sake, your ear is the gateway to your heart. Okay? Whatever our mind conceives, first of all, we must hear it and see it. Why would you listen to audios made by APRC criminals? Most of these are criminals, heartless, cold-blooded liars. They will be fabricating one lie after the other. Yahya Jammeh has killed the Hydra. Ask them, they will find an excuse. No, it was a jungler. Do we know junglers in the PPP time, in Sadauda time? Do we know anybody called a jungler? Did we ever heard of somebody called Black? A group of army officers called Black? Sometimes we Gambians, we cannot be that cold-blooded. We cannot be that lack of empathy or remorse for us to sit down and listen to APRC criminals. These are evil criminals. I'm not saying the mothers in the villages or ordinary simple people. I'm saying those running the organization are witches and they are devils and vampires. Because let's put ourselves in their foot. If Solo Sanden was your brother, your uncle, your relative, even if he was your good friend, we know Yahya Jammeh orders his killings. Who will come and listen to anybody to try to find an excuse for a brutal killing of your brother? Raise your hands and tell me that you will listen to somebody come to your home and try to give you an explanation about the brutal killing of your relative. Talk to yourself, Gambians. Talk to yourself. You know, we cannot blame poverty because most of this kind of distance we have to the problems of others, we try to blame poverty. No, but this is heartlessness. They have started a rumor since day before yesterday saying that the youths from Libya that call upon Gambian brothers with their associations that they want to be repatriated back to the Gambia. These youths, those Gambian people, they work with the Libyan authorities for them to find a way to repatriate our people in the prisons. These are Gambians that will go for 2 days without food. These are Gambians who are sleeping on concrete floors. I myself have been called many times by relatives to engage the government so that they can go to Libya, take a plane, about 2 or 3 planes, repatriate every single Gambian youth in Libya. I personally did not do nothing. Why? Because I knew this is exactly what they were going to do. If Lawyer Dabo had went to Libya to negotiate for these youths to go, it will be the same people. It will be the same people who come to say, Dabo don't want us to progress because our youths are our future, blah, blah, blah. But there are many Gambian youths dying in Benghazi, in Sabah, in Tripoli, and in many parts of Libyan towns and cities. Most of these kids have no help because they reach in Libya and they want the relatives in Europe to help them financially. And most of these relatives are not in the financial good condition to pay $2,000 to get you out of prison or $1,000. So you end up being beaten, tortured, and maltreated. Yet, those kids themselves organize themselves to talk to Gambian associations to help them go back. Now they are trying to, in APRC time, that does not happen because those youths will not even think about it. So we are having democracy, but that does not mean we need to try to be fabricating every single thing. You know, it is sad, to be honest. It's sad. This democracy does not mean we just have to think and just be everything. God gives a mind. Some of us who know a little bit of the Quran tells you in the Quran, أَفَلَا يَتَزَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنِ. Please ponder over the ayah. God shouldn't say pray, you say pray. You ask, why is God telling me to pray? Be critique. Ask yourself question. Don't sit and listen to panderi, talking lies or talking nonsense and you believe in the lie. No. Ask yourself the question, what is he saying? Is this factual? Analyze it. That he may say some truth, but he is also capable of saying untruth. Like day before yesterday, he said that I was in GRTS. That's a big fat lie. I don't even know where the GRTS building is. I don't even know where GRTS is. I've done this short trip I didn't even go to GRTS. I don't even know where GRTS is. He was saying on his radio that I was on GRTS because I'm a surrogate. You know, so Gambian youths, all that I am personally asking of you, I'm your brother, your big brother. Do not believe every audio you hear. Do not believe every word you are hearing. People are capable of lying and lying and lying. People are capable of a lot of things. And we ask of our youth to please be critical a little bit. When you read something, when you hear something, ask yourself a question. Whether it's from Musa Sedikan or Cairo Radio, whether it's from Fatu Kamara or Fatu Radio, whether it's Mama Linger Sal of Gainako, whether it's somebody is sitting in Paradise FM, whether it's somebody sitting in Star FM, they are coming from an experience. We all have friends. People's friends can influence them. Your friend can tell you something over and over and over, and you go on radio and start repeating what your friend is telling you. So this is why you need to be critical. Don't be taken for granted. Your mind was given to you by God to evaluate, to compare, to analyze. Nko, mandinkolko, atenteng. Suratul Hujurat is a chapter of the Quran which talks about behaviors, relationships. Before you go to somebody's house, inform them. The Quran informs 1,400. When you come, knock the door. Come on. As couples, we could be doing anything in broad daylight. You don't just come and barge in. The Quran is advising us. Do not raise your voice to elders. If you read Surah Al-Hujurat, it's telling you, if an information comes to you, analyze it first. I'm giving you a basic. Let somebody sitting on the radio. They could be saying anything. Somebody making audio, WhatsApp audio. They could be saying anything that pleases them. So our youths, I beg of you, please be analytical, be critical. Don't just hear and you start repeating, attacking. No. Please, please, please. Get into the mind of the speaker. Get into my mind. What is influencing me? Is it cannabis? Is it alcohol? Is it my friends? My circle of friends? What is influencing me? Ask yourself that question. Don't just say, it's Allah Suntu, what he's saying, I believe him. No. Compare, follow my trend. Have I been lying to you? Have I been misleading? Have I been trying to praise myself? Have I been trying to be something I am not? Be critical of me. Don't be abusive or insulting, but be critical of everybody. When you listen to Fatu Kamara, evaluate what she's saying. Be critical. Okay? What is he saying? What is the relationship? What is the behind scene? What is influencing the thought processes? When you're listening to Yahya Jammeh or Demba Balde or Mama Linger, do the same. That's the list that will make our democracy go forward. But this single story, you hear 4 story, bang. That's the reality. Mandinko Kafola Tulu killing. The first thing you hear, job done. And a lot of Gambian young journalists need training on that story because some of them are influenced politically, especially media journalists that have a part of a political organ newspaper. The foreign journalists need to be detached. If they want to be taken seriously, the paper need to have complete disconnection from the party, not just in formal, but in principle. This way, when that journalist is talking to you, you know that they are not talking from a biased point of view. And our radio commentators and all of us, let the youths evaluate. These APRC people going around, Lawyer Dabo is trying to help repatriate Gambians and the youths in refugee camps. Since yesterday, my phone has been ringing, bang on. And they know it's not true. But they just want you to tell them, yes, it's not true. You know it's not true. And then you still want me to tell you it's not true. It's not necessary. You know, we all know this APRC is based on lie. They are built on lie. One example, before I go for my training, most of the projects that they brag about, Yahya Jammeh borrowed that on 100% loans, okay? And the principal amount, if you say you borrow 100 for 10 million, the interest is 2 million or 1 million, all that they have been doing is servicing the debt. What do you mean debt servicing? It means you have not paid anything on the 10 million. All you are paying is that 1 million. You pay a bit of interest here, a bit of interest there. But the 10 million, Barrow government have to pay that. So all this nonsense they are bragging about, Jammeh build this, Jammeh build that. That loan, 100% of that loan will be paid by Barrow. So this is why we need Lawyer Dabo to push Lawyer Dabo now. Before the world switch their attention to Somalia or Benghazi or here and there, we need to push Lawyer Dabo. We need to push Lawyer Dabo now. Excuse me, people are trying to get on my line. To push for debt relief. That's what every man should be saying on Facebook. Debt relief. Debt relief. Forgive us our debt. Europe, Saudi Arabia, all these banks that Yahya Jammeh took the loan. If those banks should come to Barrow and say we need our money now, Barrow would not be able to do nothing. Because 22 years loan, people, when they want to get on your line, they insist. So the debt, the projects, bridges, the high university, and all that money, nothing is paid of it. It's only the interest that the Yahya Jammeh has been facing. So Barrow government inherited 100% debt of all the projects of Yahya Jammeh. And majority of that money, if he borrows 10 million, he will spend 7 million for himself. Only 3 million may go to those projects. So we are paying for the debt that may have been gone to national interest, and the chunk of it that went to Yahya Jammeh's left side. So let's APRC people shut up. They don't know nothing. They don't even know the mess that is been left there. Let this National Assembly election go, and we now start come face to face with the mess. Then we will know really what we have inherited. So badingol mbal konton na mbal nimbarala mbal be salamula gambe tonko nano be suma mbokke olof mangleni nuyu di len gerem di len santa maramon sankulu ndaga tuñini kawjamdi khatra jam mbal be konton na musben fulbe misalmini on fof yinde ma yettode mum onon fof bokke jola bokke baynunka bokke aku bokke karoninka bokke balanda mangleni nuyu Gambia dingo be mbal be kontona lafta na Gambia dindengolo surtout fonding kewlo al nyenta ka kukelinke ndel ko mo musulmon len christian fonka practice mboka practice bar ninga of alquran fo même fo ako nin ko mo naate kan nin ki banate kan akisi kisi ya tenteng ni mo be silen ala radio ta be bala diamula ala ko mo tenteng aka même fo to nyala fo fan yalla mba bari kana fo ngamo e pander lela ako ala suntu pander kunun ko ala redo konte be nunji arches ndef mal arches be daming bilinte da Gambia ntenga time so for my family, for my na friends ani na fal nyanda kamel nteman time so to go and sit nunji arches if star fm ntaji literally one of my friend is close to those people. Well, can I come for say for us to go and just say one or two words 15-20 minutes. My own compound, I was in our main family. I couldn't even go to my home compound for a proper visit. Just go glance and out. How can I go and sit on GRTS? But the problem here, I can understand. I tell Gambia youth soul, because more kaduna line auto. Gambian youth soul, ni wato APRC ko le fanya followed that. Eko lawyer dabo mala woni njuma lom wolle Gambia soul sayinde kan kabo Libya andu lafta wala kala Europe. Abe wuliya lawyer dabo dingulu ibele Europe. Ala causes ibe Europe. Abarin dingulu ibe Europe. Amamaril dolbe Europe. Ala extended family are in Europe. So if you want to take some people, you are taking your own out. President Barrow, some of his cousins are in Europe. Some of his extended family are outside. So is Sidi Ajat. So is Amba. So is OJ. So how can those people go and try to bring their own families back? You know, so nyang belong youth ling APRC Nkolo muwal APRC Nkolo man balafa soto mo fala kanu mo falalet niye mo fala kanu imu mo falalet Yahya Jammeh ye ded Haidara fa nata ded Haidara munyi APRC Nkolo ke singu dunde ded Haidara dingol samato kono wanta ala muso wanta abadingol. I'm telling you this, they will all disown Yahya Jammeh a long time. But Hadamadingo, you are nothing if you don't have empathy in your heart. Love for what you love for others. If you can find ben kanu la modole, ye men kanu find ye o kanu dole. Ni solo sending. Yahya Jammeh yafa. APRC Nkolo yong. Muna kende mo lem to la APRC kono bi. E ala talo mutala gbe. Ulmam bala faso. So be fani fo audio dadala. Du kare nga dani alal nya kasila ila fanial ni aliya tende aliya tikaliya fay bak. Lo libi dinul melbe Libya. Wo dinul fangol ni Gambia associational melbe association ka fol mel tara politique kuto wo ko tel batara kasola nda sunten ka de kan tekule jang mol kol ka bo Gambia e ka fonye ko agare akata aferoke nda adel nga say nka fo ko ninga lo da bo ñol involved je ibina story ñin tala 360 degrees ya tweet. We are trying to help kids in prisons. Some go for 2 days without eating. 2 days. You want them out of prison. But the Libyans are saying they can only return back to the Gambia because EU has given me to make sure that the kids are blocked from entering the boats. So Ning Atrako Dabo Tata just for humanitarian grounds to rescue kids from prisons. What would the enemies of progress do? The enemy of progress will come around because they will fabricate everything. So Gambians, we need to stop fabrication. That's the only area I have intolerance against Gambians. Gambianol, ntafanande tonya ale na odaji ko drong wala mandienye fabrication ka kumol fom man loku kumol mele alinga ba melka ke ala bula mambetea alkam kendo le totinya fatala nkonka salile nka wulinga suba sali nga salafana sali barna daji ko ninga na alquran ko compare ijam fata nyola nika kumata kala mola mammenka mambetea imalla fi lo da bola nyaawo nta man kawla molom hadama dingolomo. He can make mistakes but kana kuma bala lala me alonko amantara kalama mamte political diata nyaawo de kuma fo it's a fact memu to nyati lawyer da ma hani liya dinni woneli sayni wala demand on the associations in Libya ke sayndi. Okay, now political is gonna get hot, it's gonna get interesting, but alinga katanga stick to fact. Nin stick to wala there's progress, but nin man stick to facts. Trust me, we will end up eating each other. Because Yahya Jammeh has made a lot of people weak. Trust me, he has made them donkey meat, dog meat. He has made them do. They are complete. Their minds are completely polluted. So this is why, for me, yes, sometimes you get angry. Nka kamva APRC Nkolo kama. Baraka kanyene because moment mind has been played with. Niye yellow italala ako is white. Whatever you do, they see the opposite. Yahya has brainwashed them. It's our job to cleanse them, bring them back to normality. Allah baraka ngali nunga jai manglini gerem odsen. Thank you very much, brother. You've been supportive since the solo sending incident, everything, and you've always been on the right track. Thank you very much, Sain. I am very proud of you and everybody else, who regularly update and watch us and comment. We appreciate it. Criticize us if need be. We are not perfect. We are not perfect. We are all human beings. We are all fallible. But in our society, we try to bring that brotherhood, let it overcome pettiness. Really. And our youths. Kare na le kuma mai ala tenten nin fa duka kon ko ala lamoi na ko mane ala lamoi bari ala sif it, try to take the best and some of the opinions which are inaccurate, leave it out. See, it's a human being. If Pandere do the same, if I do the same, if anybody else do the same, do that. I know some people will go and run to Pandere. Wow, suntu mungla lifin by mungla venke suntu haina ke attack. Yeah, if they say that, that's their business. But what I'm trying to say, that each and every one of us, we are not perfect, and all of us are coming from an experience. Mbe tero Lesotho, mbe friends ol Lesotho, mbe ol Lesotho melka kumul foe. Ni re alkamel mel boy de radio to friends ol le katare be diamule they or false. Sometimes so what do tell diamule radio to time ka ko ibukata ka ko taka fenge. No, there's a lie. Gambians in Germany complain that their jobs are stopped. Which Gambians? My own brother has been in Germany for over 30 years, and many other Gambians. My websites are just innuendos. Nobody, Gambian government have no power over the German government's way of doing things. We need to understand simple logic. Germany is a developed democracy, it's a developed society. They don't need any approval from government to take their own decision. They don't even consider Gambia. They don't consider Gambia government important in taking their decision in Germany. Just like the UK government, they go to their parliament, they debate, they discuss, and they take action. They do not ask any outsider. So those are the simple reasons we need to sort of understand. Those are just fabrication and only opinion. Germans are stopping Gambians from working. If you are an illegal immigrant in a country like in England, they have the power to stop it. Okay, they don't have to ask anybody to do that. If such things are happening, the people try to shift the blame. No, that is the internal decisions, and this is happening all over. Donald Trump is a racist. We can consider him because he doesn't like us. Americans elect him. Do those Americans ask us as Gambians for them to elect Donald Trump? No. No. Because majority of people who voted for Donald Trump don't even know where Gambia is. If you ask them where is Gambia, they don't know. Okay? He's banning Muslim countries. Is it fault of the Muslim presidents to say to Donald Trump, ban Afghanistan, ban Syria? Now, because there are too many people coming on my line. Everything let's evaluate everything and try to get to the bottom of everything. Allah Baraka. Usman Silla, Yus Conte, and everybody else, Lalo Side, Ilyas Sisa, Jacob Hydra, thank you very much. Mohammed Kamara, Ibrahim Kamara, I greet all of you. Thank you all. Hadabo, thank you. Max Jones, thank you. Nancy Saho, Albarka Al Nimbara, Nalbe Konton. Ninga confirm correct, woman tell human fault leti. Ninga confirm better is wisdom from God the Almighty.